Well, good morning, guys. We are here at Bruneau Dunes State Park. Located, well, it's only like, it was a 45-minute drive from our Three Islands Crossing State Park. So we got here yesterday afternoon. Nice hot afternoon, low 80s there. But this morning we woke up kind of nice and cool last night, about in the 40s, and it clouded over. So hopefully the clouds will go away here. We're hoping to go to the, they got an observatory here with a 25-inch telescope. So we're hoping Friday and Saturday nights they have open the observatory for people to go in and take a look at the sky. Anyway, I'll show you the campground here. This is kind of out in the kind of dry desert area. Okay, back. The ranger stopped by. I was picking up some slips and stuff, and you can see right between the trees those kind of darkish bumps out there. Those are the sand dunes. So we'll be heading over there and getting some pictures too. But yeah, kind of show you this kind of the high open plains thing. A lot of prickly stuff out here. Walking the dogs, you gotta watch their feet. They can pick up a lot of prickly stuff. So. But yeah, there's a lot of sand around here also. So anyway, I'll show you the campsite here. We're in site number 79 in Eagle Cove Loop. There's two campgrounds, Eagle Loop, and the other one is Broken Wheel. So this one was closer to the observatory, and actually it was the only site we could get into that included Friday night. Apparently Friday night and this weekend's going to get pretty busy. So anyway, I'll show you the site here and show you what the campground looks like. Okay, here's our site number 79, and you can see kind of tight in here. Not as much room as our last campsite. And here's the other side, a pull-through site. Water, electric only 30 amp electric, and you can kind of see some of the other ones. They do have a few trees here, not as many as our last one, and you can kind of get an idea of the whole campground. It's pretty open. Got a lot of younger trees here, but yeah, I'll pull through sites here. But that gives you an idea. There's an empty site here right next to us. Nice long sites. I can easily get my 30-foot fifth wheel, and the truck can easily park in this thing without a problem. So, but as you can see, yeah, there's not a lot of trees. So, and there's two loops in this Eagle Cove, and the other loop is up there. That's the restrooms up there. Very clean, nice restrooms. Since they really promote looking at the sky here, it's kind of funny. At night, the lights in that covered picnic area, is a large covered picnic area there. The lights are all red under there at night, since they're kind of promoting watching the sky at night. So they even have posters on that not to have too many lights on so people can enjoy the night sky. There's also in that little group of trees right over there, there's a cabin for rent. 1 or 2 cabins that you can rent there. Anyway, there's what the scenery looks like. A lot of prickly little stuff around here you gotta watch. There's the dunes. And then that little silver dome that you see over there, that's the observatory. And I'll have to say, it does get dark here at night, and there's very little light if everybody keeps their lights off. So yeah, from this campground there's a little trail here. They even got a sign here, observatory. And they got a little trail. I think on the map it shows it like 0.3 miles to the observatory. Got a sign here, but it's pretty well faded in the sun here, so it's really hard to read. So I probably won't show that. But yeah, I got trail markers quite everywhere. So but yeah, there's the dunes, and I'll walk a little ways down here and see up to that little hill there. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, climbed up on a little hill here. There's, you can get a good look at the campground there, and off in the distance, those other trees, that is Broken Wheel campground over there. And this is the Eagle Cove one here. So you can kind of get an idea of them. And it looks like they got 2 cabins down there. And I'll just swing it back so you can see some of the countryside here. And of course there are the dunes. Those 2 big tall things there. The dunes, and then of course the observatory is over there. And we got a nice path going to it too. So I think later today we're going to try to, since it's nice and cool today, I'm going to try to get out and we'll walk around. There's some trails that go around those dunes, so we'll take a walk. And one thing I might mention, the visitor center here rents boards that you can use to climb up on the dunes and then slide down. So they got some sand boards or something, whatever they call them, for rent down there. So, well, head back, get some breakfast, and then maybe come out and do some exploring here. One thing I'll mention, as you walk around on the area here, tons of these little holes everywhere. And in fact, sometimes you're walking along and all of a sudden your foot will just disappear into the sand, and you basically caved in one of these little holes with tunnels. You probably can't see it, but there's a bunch of little footprints all over, so I'm not sure what, I haven't seen anything go in and out of those things yet, but anyway, they're around here. Something is. Well, I made it to the short walk to the planetarium here. Pretty interesting. And there's, looks like one of the telescopes. I got this nice big green area here for picnicking, and I think there's parking up there. Then there's this building here. Not sure, but I see a sliding roof there, so I don't know if that's a telescope or if it's just something for viewing there. But yeah, nice little green area for picnicking day use here. Okay, following the trail here, I see a lot of footprints going up this side of this sand dune here, so I'll see if I can climb up that a little ways and see what kind of views we got. I see a couple people up there sliding down on their sandboard, so maybe we'll see if we can watch them do that. Looks like a person's getting ready to go down the slope there on our sandboard there. Whoa! Okay, we reached the top of, I think, what they call the small dune. There's the bigger dunes over there. And they had a couple of lakes here too. I called that one Big Lake, and over here got a small lake, and I'll look back towards that way. There's the planetarium, and straight over the top, well, not straight over, but right between them and out there I can see my trailer and the campground. I'll just do a little quick 360 so you get an idea. Pretty neat. Quite the interesting area here. Okay, well, pretty interesting being on the top of that small dune. Come down here this side and cut into the trail here. So we'll go ahead and take this trail, and it goes around the small lake. So let's go do some of that. Yeah, this trail cuts down between or alongside these big dunes here. If you look real carefully, I don't know if I can even see them, but they're right about in here, I think. 2 guys look like they're headed to the top of the big dune there. As you can see, this trail is all sand, so it's quite a little walk. Tougher walking than on a nice hard trail. Okay, getting towards the end of the trail, coming back towards the observatory. And, well, not too bad here. Looks like they cleared it out, knocked all the brush down, and actually it's kind of a hard-packed trail. Most of the rest of it's been all sand, you know, and soft sand too, not hard-packed. So it's like walking in a soft sand on the beach. So, so yeah, pretty nice. Let's see when we get back to the observatory. Got these nice little stakes all around here too, to kind of help you guide you through the area, especially through the sand stuff. Here's another view of the South Lake, or the small lake I should call, I guess they call it. And of course the big dunes over there. They actually got, you see over there off in the lake, they got a small small dock over there. And the trail comes out at this little road, which I think goes down, down a little parking area, and that's where that dock was that I saw. So you have a little picnic area right there on the lake. And this road goes back up towards the main road, and of course you can see the observatory and stuff right there. So okay, a little walk back to the camp, and we'll see you there. Okay, today's little adventure is to climb that. Whoop, where am I? That thing right there. Hopefully you got that. Yeah, we're gonna climb that thing right behind me there. One of the big dunes. There you guys. Well, made it to the top. Got a bunch of little gnats flying around me here too. Phew. But so there's the view from the top. The lake's down below there. And the sun's right in my eyes, so I can't see a whole lot. Anyway, that's the view. So, made it to the top of this one, which is good enough for me. Trail actually, as you can see, continues, and it just follows the tops of these ridges. And actually it goes all the way along the tops, and then comes down and goes back down through that valley there, and then connects up with some of the other trails down here. So, but I'm gonna be happy with this first one. I don't need to do all of them. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and hit the subscribe button so you can follow along on our journeys.